Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from The Federalist dated June 9th. And as you can see by the breaking part up here, even though it's not breaking because I'm not recording this on the 9th, it says Biden DOJ indicts former President Donald Trump over classified document squabble, which led to this article. And I just saw the heading and I was like, yep, I'm going to talk about this as it's past time for Republicans to impeach Biden and all of his top officials. 100% it is. You're going to weaponize the system against us. We should weaponize it against you. By the subheading here, the byline says, if you care about constitutional norms, you have to subpoena impeaching Joe Biden. That's correct. Impeaching? Did I say that? What the hell does that even mean? It says, we now have more evidence that Joe Biden is a criminal than Democrats faked in order to spy on and then impeach Donald Trump twice, hamstringing his entire 4 years in office. Yet Trump has become the first president in U.S. history to be raided by the FBI and now indicted over documents the Department of Justice will not identify, even to courts. That's not shady at all. It says the indictment is a scam on every level. It is pure treachery designed to make a mockery of the American justice system to persecute Democrats' top political enemy. Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Mike Pence, and Barack Obama all had documents disputes, and none of them were indicted despite several of their offenses being clearly far worse than what's on the table with Trump. That is true. Just go look up what Hillary did and come back to me. So the indictment is a farce, and it's a dangerous one as a very public and high-level weaponization of America's legal system for political purposes. This is banana republic behavior, folks, and it's destroying what's left of the American constitutional order that preserves for all of us a way of life unparalleled in human history. That is true. So if Republicans actually care about the rule of law, their oaths to the Constitution, the American people, and preserving the best country in the world, they will treat this as a 5-alarm constitutional crisis and respond accordingly. That means immediately moving to impeach Biden and his entire cabinet, among other strong political choices designed to make unhinged Democrats stop turning this great country into an authoritarian dumpster fire. And that's what they're trying to do, and they're so far, I think, pretty successful at doing it, unfortunately. Article continues, says there is no other way. We are in this situation precisely because of Republicans' weak and ineffective response to decades of Democrats using the Constitution as so much toilet paper and aggressively shredding the political, legal, and cultural norms required to preserve a self-governing republic. Republicans need to be done posturing on TV and conducting impotent years-long investigations that result in no corrupt bureaucrats' heads rolling while continuing legislatively to meet Democrats halfway to sanity. We are not in the 1980s anymore. Stop acting like Democrats are legitimate political opponents because they did that to Republicans a long time ago. Meet them on their own terms, not nostalgia for a fantasy world. So after the 8-year saga of Spygate, it is a complete non-starter for Republicans to take any other course than requiring Democrats to live within constitutional boundaries, full stop. We're not talking about holding hearings about the FBI's weaponization while its director thumbs his nose at Congress. We're talking stripping funds, impeding the FBI and Department of Justice's normal business operations, impeaching the FBI director and attorney general, impeaching corrupt deputies, filing legal cases against their operations in friendly venues, and hounding them with ceaseless investigations. I have zero problem with any of that. If it means, dismantling or the FBI or making it so like they kind of go, oh, well, we should probably do our job properly. I'm all for that. So let's go for this. I like this plan a lot. It says, remember, this unhinged FBI and DOJ spied on Trump using the pretext of a fake dossier paid for by his Democrat opponent's campaign, which the special counsel report shows the FBI should have and probably did know was manufactured disinformation. That information formed the basis of Democrats' pursuit of impeaching Trump on false charges of being a traitor on behalf of Russia. Yep, and as I stated in a video that you probably will have seen, hopefully, by the point in time this comes out, we know that that was all completely false and totally made up by the Clinton campaign. Just get reality through your thick skulls already, Republicans. The nation's federal law enforcement agencies framed an opposition president with false information to overturn his election. Not one of the people involved has been brought to justice. That kind of spy state behavior is completely untenable for a country that wants to preserve free and fair elections, the precondition for democratic self-government. Says Democrats vilify Russia while acting exactly like Russia's government. That is a brilliant line because it's 100% true. Oh God, they're bad. We're doing all the same stuff as them, but they're the bad guys. The Republicans' refusal to respond appropriately to such horrifying authoritarian behavior from Democrats is ensured it will continue. Yep. I mean, it's essentially like you have a kid and you don't punish your kid for doing something bad, so they think I can just keep doing this. That's all it is. Okay? The Democrats are not being punished for what they did. So it's just going to keep going on until they get punished, and severely at that. So article goes on, says Thursday, so this was on June 8th, the same day the lawless DOJ told Democrats' top political enemy they've hauled him into court on trumped-up charges. That's a good Good little pun there. Says more evidence emerged that Democrats' current president took bribes to benefit interests in a country he also sent approximately $80 billion from U.S. taxpayers for war. The evidence for this bribe is much more reliable than that Democrats cooked up to frame Trump. Any reason we couldn't have spent this $80 billion on, our own people, but, whatever. This is, again, I'm going to read that last sentence. The evidence for this bribe is much more reliable than that Democrats cooked up to frame Trump. And I mean, considering there is actual video that anybody could go out there and find, I mean, a simple Google or even YouTube search can find a video of where Biden explicitly says that because they knew that a Ukrainian prosecutor was going to start investigating Hunter Biden, that Biden told somebody, and this is him saying it, that he told, I guess, the president of the country at that time, that if they didn't get rid of the prosecutor, then he wasn't going to give them their $1 billion. Yeah, sounds kind of shady to me. But no. Let's let him go, even though he's on tape, that like a very public thing that anybody could see. Anyway, article goes on, says the FBI sought to hide this evidence from Congress, which technically is supposed to be in complete control of the FBI. As a special counsel report showed in May, the FBI has established a pattern of hiding incriminating evidence against Democrats and using its power to baselessly harass Republicans. While Democrats used a pack of lies to form the basis of an impeachment of Republicans' last president, Republicans have more than enough actual evidence to form the basis of a legitimate impeachment of Biden. That's true. Says they don't even need investigations. That's very true too. So the evidence is all right out in the open that not just Biden but his entire administration are wantonly violating their oaths of fealty to the Constitution. Again, true. The president's oath of office includes swearing to faithfully execute the office of president and to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Biden and his entire administration have done nothing but openly attack, destroy, defame, and denounce the Constitution of the United States. Once again, that's very true. The most anti-American administration in history. Says the Biden administration's blatant violations of the Constitution are numerous, ongoing, and unrepentant. Let's just mention a few, but they are rife in every area the presidency oversees. Perhaps the most obvious is the administration's refusal to enforce U.S. immigration laws and constitutional requirements for citizenship status. Failing to faithfully execute the duly passed laws of the United States is a violation of a president and his appointees' oaths of office, full stop. These are fundamental laws, too, not just some technicalities somewhere. A country's sovereignty is degraded, if not erased, if it does not control its own borders. Once again, true. Any government's first job is the physical security of its people, and allowing unknown people from foreign countries access to the border endlessly forfeits that primary responsibility. Almost done with the article here. It says this is a pattern of lawlessness, not a mere fluke. Yeah, it's 100% true. So it goes on, and I was actually just about to bring up a similar example. It says, it continues through Attorney General Merrick Garland's refusal, for example, to enforce U.S. laws banning people from threatening federal judges and Supreme Court justices. This is another serious violation of their oaths, and it endangers the functioning of our republic under the rule of law. Who can trust the judgments of a court that is constantly threatened by politically motivated mobs and would-be assassins? Says, in addition, Democrats' efforts to imprison their top political enemy is an anti-constitutional tactic fit for an authoritarian, totalitarian, mobster-run government. Republicans simply can't keep on refusing to return fire. That's why there's been a Spygate, an FBI raid, and now an indictment. We don't want to know what's next. This needs to end. Republicans need to make it stop now. Says, issuing reports and feckless demands for cooperation from agencies Congress is supposed to control is not making it stop, and it never will. This is a good start, but we need more. And there's an embedded tweet here from the House Homeland GOP. It says, Chairman Representative Mark Green announces full-scale investigation into DHS Secretary Mayorkas' dereliction of duty resulting in a humanitarian crisis and national security threat at our southwest border. Good. Well, that's a start. Oh, we're not almost done. Actually, now we're almost done. It says, take out all the political stops. Stop pretending at business as usual with confirmed political terrorists who will use any power they get to turn this country into an authoritarian police state. Tie up the Senate with impeachment trials against every person in the administration participating in this nonsense. Refuse to give them anything they want, a debt ceiling expansion, judges, anything, until this frightening rejection of elections ends. If you care about norms, you have to support impeaching Joe Biden, because Democrats are erasing all the norms of a constitutional republic, and if no one stops them, you can kiss goodbye the freest republic the world has ever known. Yep, and I'm afraid that this is something that we're going to end up seeing if this continues sometime in the next few decades. It's just going to happen. I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, you live in the greatest country on earth and you want to destroy it. You live in the freest country on earth and you want to destroy it. Go somewhere else, you know? But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Republicans should do what the Democrats are doing and start weaponizing the government against the Democrats? They have just starting to go after the Biden administration, because I certainly think that should happen, because these people are legitimately not doing their jobs and they are not upholding the oaths of office or their duty to the Constitution. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.